Okay, after that, now we have 4 and 5 years later, and now things are looking differently, but still they are pushing mRNA vaccines. In Croatia, they are still recommending even for pregnant women. How you can explain this after all this, what happened, and this new knowledge, what we have and what is already in the public?
Yeah, it's astounding to me. I mean, I don't think anybody should get these shots, but I certainly don't think pregnant women or children should get these shots. Pregnant women in the US are supposedly not allowed to eat turkey, because of it could hurt the fetus. But we're going to put this mRNA shot with, I don't know. I just see so much damage from these shots. I've never seen it with any other product on the market. On a daily basis, I'm reminded of how dangerous they are. I see patients still 4 years later whose lives were completely destroyed by these shots. And COVID has evolved into a cold. I mean, it is, I did used to worry about my COVID patients. I do not worry about my COVID patients anymore. I don't, I used to give my cell phone out to everybody who had COVID because I was worried about them. And some people would get really sick. But I'm not seeing that anymore at all. There is no reason for pregnant women or anybody for that matter to put themselves at risk with these shots.
I had a few guests and they were vaccine injured. There was one professional sportsman from Norway, then one lady from Netherlands, and just last one was Dr. Joel Walskog, who was also vaccine injured. And I showing everything in Croatia, and people are seeing this. I can say that very few people are trusting in these vaccines, but still they don't want to investigate and they don't want to talk about it, just recommending, because we now have a season of flu, and at the same time they are recommending flu vaccines and mRNA against COVID-19. That doesn't make any sense, but they are still doing this. What is your explanation?
Yeah, so the last CDC meeting, the ACIP meeting, which was an advisory committee, the CDC admitted that only 10% of healthcare workers are getting COVID shots, are getting the latest version. So I know there's a lot of media coverage, people are pushing people to get these shots, but I think in reality, very few are doing it. So that gives me hope. We just need to keep, getting the message out and educating the public, because I don't think the government is on our side on this matter, obviously.
Yeah, that's why we are here today also. That means that people doesn't trust anymore to institutions and doesn't trust in public health. What will happen in the future in case of public health emergency of international concerns, according to the WHO? Then they will have to go and do additional vaccines and other countermeasures. Is that going to make any new trouble for them, because nobody will trust them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the next pandemic, people will have a much more lukewarm response than they did with COVID and be much more cautious. I don't know what the uptake of the shot was in Croatia, but in America, 80% got the COVID shots. I think that would be far, far lower the next go around. And I've said in the past, like maybe our best hope at real change is just spring on us in the near future before everybody forgets, or there's another generation. Because right now people are a little bit complacent, but I think if it were in their face, if they tried to lock us down again, put masks on us again, force a shot on us again, right now people would rise up.
In Croatia, there was 70% of adults who took vaccines, at least one. But after that, it was much lower. 54% was with the 2 vaccines. And then after that, everything went down below 10%. But still, we didn't have a chance to investigate what was happening during pandemic. We'll see in the future.